Hi, this is Mark Wade from CenterCityCondos.com, and in this podcast, I'd like to talk about the Aria building. About a 30-story high-rise converted from office space to condominiums in 2005-2006. Sits on the northeast corner of 15th and Locust Street. 106 units altogether. According to the public records, 51% of these units are sold, and 49% remain unsold. Now, I'm sure that number is a little bit low, the 51%. I'm sure it's probably a little bit more than that. City records aren't always perfect or accurate. But I have a couple friends that live in the building, and from what I understand, the developer has claimed bankruptcy, and the remaining units are being taken back by the bank. Now, this is just what I hear. It's not like you can take this information and then go etch it in stone somewhere and then cash it in and get money for it. I could be wrong, but this is just what I hear. That half the building has been taken back by the bank or the lenders or whoever. Maybe it's a consortium, maybe it's a whole group of lenders. Who knows? I hear varying stories. I mean, in real estate, talk is cheap, real cheap. So I hear a lot of stuff. But anyway, it's interesting that this property did not. That certain events has led this property to go into receivership or bankruptcy or whatever the case is. I happen to love this building. I think this building has a lot going for it, and I'm a little surprised that it didn't sell better. I think the location is, for me, personally, I love this location on the corner of 15th and Locust there, because you're close to the Avenue of the Arts. It's close to my gym. It's where I hang out. I hang out on Broad Street. That's where we eat. That's where we go to the gym. That's where we see the cultural events, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's an interesting building. There are a variety of units. And I'm surprised. It could have been that the developer just, wasn't asking wasn't responding to the market after a year or two. I know a lot of high rises in Center City. There are a lot of buildings that haven't sold as well as maybe they thought they were going to sell. And perhaps the seller, after a year or two of being on the market, did not react by lowering his sale prices. I don't know what the case is. I don't know if he just threw his hands in the air. I don't know if he, took all the money from the bank and went out and bought, a whole fleet of Cadillacs and motorboats and didn't put it back into the building. I don't know. But I do know that I think the quality of the building is there. I think the location is strong. And I think that if indeed the bank took some of these properties back, that there's going to be a very interesting opportunity in the future for someone to come in and to pick up a unit. Maybe, perhaps the bank will be a little bit more responsive to the fluctuations in the market, and maybe they'll price them differently. The C units in this building, I absolutely love the C units. I think they're fantastic. They're corner units, 2 beds, 2 baths, 1,400 and some odd square feet. And they were, here's what I didn't get though. When you looked at the schematics and the floor plans and you added up all the square footage, I never saw how they exactly got the 1,400 square feet, or maybe it's 1,250 that they were. But when you add them all up, it looked like it was more like 1,000 square feet. But anyway, who knows? What do I know? I'm not an architect. But I think that I'm very surprised that the building is in receivership, or at least the unsold units are. I was told by someone who lives there that the seller is not honoring the warranties, the implied warranty. You get a 1-year fit and finish and 2-year structural warranty. I believe that's the case when you buy a new construction here in Philadelphia. I heard that from one of the owners who went to a meeting that the bank is not honoring those those guarantees or warranties, if you will. I don't know if that has any effect on anything. Who gives a crap? Try to get a developer back in, and I don't care where you buy. Try to get a developer back in a unit to fix a nail pop or a doorknob that doesn't work. Yeah, good luck with that. So no biggie there. I think it's a great building, and it'll be interesting to see if this thing comes back on the market, how the new owner or whoever has control over this building will market these things, because again, I think the layout on all the units is great. I think there is one specific type of unit there, and I'm not going to say what kind of unit, that is flawed in my opinion in its layout and its design. It's about 16 or 1800 square feet, and I always thought that that the living space was a little bit flawed on that one particular model. But again, some of the other units have some of the best layouts I've seen in town. And the penthouses, oh my God, you got to see these penthouses. They're stunning. Entire floors, you get north, south, east, and west views, and the rooms are big, and the ceilings are high, and the flow is fantastic. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see what happens to this building. Again, from what I can tell from public records, about half the building is sold out, half remains unsold, and the word on the street is it was taken back. If indeed these units do appear one day back on the market, I would suggest, if there are any buyers out there in Center City, you need to keep your eye on this building, because if the new seller is motivated, which generally banks have a tendency to be motivated, not all banks, but banks are not in the business to own condos. They're in the business to lend money and make money off money and blah, 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 all that kind of crap. So generally when banks get properties back, they have a tendency to liquidate them. So keep your eyes open, boys and girls. Give me a call if you... Now, and what's interesting is there's only 1 or 2 units on the market at the Aria right now, and they're resales. So the lion's share of the listings or the units that are unoccupied, I don't know if they are rented out or not, they may pop their head up here in the next year or so. So anyway, keep your eyes open, boys and girls. This could be a fantastic opportunity for some of you who are looking to move into Center City for a good-sized condominium. I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open, because if there's a good value, believe me, I'm moving to the Aria. I love that building. I think the common areas were done well. I think the building was done very well. I like the layout. I like the finishes. The bathrooms are stunning. They're just beautiful. So anyway, I'm just rambling on and on. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon. Any questions, comments, concerns? I'm Mark Wade, 215-521-1523. Thank you.